560 WQAM. What's your name? Where you calling
Malcolm.
from?
Hey, this is Malcolm.
Malcolm. Keep it a
So,
buck.
so I'll tell you, I'll tell you why the trade is going to happen, and I'll tell you why it's probably going to happen within a week.
Ooh, a week. Hell yeah. Break it down, Malcolm.
Here's why. Because first of all, there are only a select group of teams that are ready to win right now that will be willing to take on Dame Lillard at 33 years old. So teams that are not close to winning are not going to touch that contract and touch him at 33 years old. Not with what's going on surrounding everything. He's warning teams not to trade for him.
Oh,
So
he's also said that if he gets traded to any other team, he's not going to report.
He's not going to report. Who's bringing that drama to their team?
Hell no.
When they're ready to win,
You really
not
think?
a lot is going to take a chance on that. And I'll tell you what Cronin's doing by making it take this long. He's actually going to end up taking less in a return, and I'll tell you why. Because if you have teams, let's say you have the Lakers and you have the LA Clippers, and they're ready to win right now. They're a piece away, but he's already told you, I'm not going to report there. There's no team that's going to bring that type of drama to their team and they're ready to win and tear apart their team, hoping the guy changes his mind.
Malcolm, why is it going to happen within the next week, though?
I'll tell you why.
Break it down.
I'll tell you why. Because what are the three elements you need in a full rebuild? You need, and the Heat have it all. You need young players, young talent on rookie contracts for as long as you can get them on rookie contracts.
Malcolm.
You need expiring contracts.
Malcolm, who do they have that's a young contract? You know, Portland has young Yeah, all their backcourt, the three guys that they have are all under contract. Like they have.
I understand they're all under contract,
right?
But those are the ones you're talking about. Are actually guards. The players I'm talking about are positions of needs for them, which are small forward and power forward.
So who are you going to give up?
Just had two.
Which power forward are you going to give up?
The two back. I'm giving up the two young players that we just drafted.
Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Nikola Jovic.
I'm giving up those two. If they were smart, they would take the Lowry contract because one of the key elements to a rebuild is getting expiring contracts so you can free up money to make a move for a significant player when you're ready to make that move. So, and then you need draft picks. Miami has everything they need. I think it's an ego thing because he asked to go to Miami and the general manager is letting his personal feelings get in the way.
No, general manager has to do what's right for him, Malcolm. Thanks for the call, but he has to do what's right for him. He has to do what's right for the organization. Just because Miami says something, that doesn't mean that he's not supposed to look at the other 28 other teams with what they have to offer. And there's other teams that have better offers than what Miami. That's what I think some of these fans need to understand.
But there's no vastly better offer. There's no wide gap. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of bad offers on the table.
Okay. There's a lot of bad offers on the table. There's also a lot of bad contracts that people are trying to get rid of.
And that's why I don't think it's going to get done this week. I think it's going to take a while.
Not going to happen till the beginning. Or you know what? We might be looking to August.
Yeah, I know. I would not be surprised now with everything going on. Let's get to a few more callers, Vav. 305-567-0560.
You know we got to get Harry in the Gables, man.
Regular Harry, let's go.
The Grove.
Keep it a buck.
What's up, dudes? It's Harry in the Grove, my friend. Listen, it might not get done now, okay?
True.
So you're right about that. But the fact of the matter is that if somebody tell you, hey, listen, I don't want to report to work. I don't care if you hire me or not. You don't want that kind of, just like the man said on the last call, you don't want that kind of drama in your organization, especially if you're ready to win. I mean, you have to do that. Now, listen, the Portland general manager, I happen to agree with the previous caller. I happen to think that hey, listen, when a chick tell you she don't want you no more, first of all, and especially if she's really hot, first of all, you're kind of sad, and then you're mad, okay?
But what if I got a prenup? But Harry, what if I got a prenup?
Well, still though, Vlad, I mean, if somebody told you, hey, listen, man, I don't want to play for you anymore, okay? And, just like I said, you're going to be sad at first, but then you're going to get mad. I think this Portland general manager is just pissed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so at some point in time, this deal is going to get done. It may not get done this week, Okay, it may not get done this week. The baloney salesman calls in and he says he's done with all the Heat fans and everything like that. We're talking about the trade baloney sales. We're not talking about the Heat fans. We know he's not going to the Knicks, that's for sure. And Vlad, you sound like you're rooting over there. Okay, so
I'm not rooting. I'm not rooting for anything.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I'm not rooting for anything. I'm just saying.
You sound like you're rooting.
No. I'm not rooting for. I'm not rooting for anything, Harry. But
here's the thing, though. I happen to believe that this deal is going to get done because, just like my man said before, if you listen, he had his agent call around, man. I mean, he had call around and say, "Listen, don't do it."
But Harry, okay, but Harry, but here's the question. But Harry, here's the question. So what? So why does everybody think just because Dame wants to come to Miami, Portland automatically has to do that? Doesn't Portland have to get something? Okay, so what I'm saying is Portland has the right to get whatever they want in a trade for Dame. So why does everybody assume? So everybody's assuming.
What are you going to say, though, Vlad? If you're Portland, what are you going to say? I'll see you at training camp.
I don't have to.
Come on.
And
come on.
Wait a minute.
That's not going to happen.
Here's the thing, though. I would have said I would agree with you if they didn't already have his replacement. They already have his replacement. So here's the thing: if Dame doesn't want to go to the team Portland is trading him to, that's not Miami, and Portland doesn't want Dame on the roster, they'll pay that man the money for him to sit out. Now, is it Dame at his age? Is he really ready to sit out for a season?
Yes.
Yeah, but isn't he owed like $100 million, like $40 million this year?
He's owed $40 million this year, and then the big money's towards the end of the last 2 years of his contract when he's 36 and 37. So
you're going to say Portland's going to pay him $100 million to sit down?
I'll pay him. They'll sit him out. No, they will pay him for the season. We've seen this happen before.
Vlad, let him go.
Vlad, you're proving my point, though. You're proving my point. If you do that, you're the vindictive guy. You're the guy who was sad at first, when she left, or she told you she wanted to leave. Now you're mad.
Or I'm the guy that's waiting for the right deal to come to happen.
You're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna give you my house with rats in it. All right, so you can stay in it just because I'm upset with you. I don't believe that, Vlad. I hang up and listen to you guys, man.
If you think Dame Lillard won't sit his ass down for a season, you're crazy. Dame has built the equity.
That's cool, though.
He's built the money.
That's cool.
He's got everything. He will sit.
That's cool. But Dan, guess what? They're not hurting, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. Portland is not hurting. It's not going to help them not having Dame, whether he plays or doesn't play. This is the
Dame
thing.
was going to be on the roster or not. They were going to pay him that money. If Dame was going to, right? So
Dame has forced their hand, though, now. That's why it has to
That's what we think, but we don't. I mean, Cronin could be like, you know what? Whatever. If I got to get something in return that I feel is equitable, I feel is good.
Cronin has two realistic moves. Trade Damian Lillard to Miami, try to get as much as you can, or sit his ass on the bench. Those are his only two realistic moves. He's between a rock and a hard place.
He is between a rock and a hard place, but he can also say, look, unless I get something, because he's got to go up to the ownership. He's got to go to that fan base.
Yes, that's why I say he has two realistic moves that he can do. Trade him to the Heat or sit him on the bench, because no one else is going to touch him now that he's saying, I'm not reporting. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. You think you can find one stupid team? I know Minnesota Timberwolves are pretty darn stupid.
As much as we all Dame's not, I don't think Dame's going to miss the season. Dame loves basketball too much.
I disagree.
You know what? Kevin Durant did the same thing with Brooklyn, right? Durant wanted to be traded, right? And they still figured out something until he was traded during February. But he still, I want to get traded. His ass was still wearing number 7 for the Nets. So yeah, as much as we want to say that, if Portland says, look, this is the best offer. You have a chance to win a title with this team. Hey, Mr. Goodwin, tell your client that he's going so and so.
What if Portland starts the season like 11-0 with Dame on the bench?
That's what I'm saying. Watch that in-season tournament. Watch that in-season tournament, and Portland wins the in-season tournament.
Ooh, it's gonna be exciting.